Well, I just thought we would film a little video as we're driving, because I know that one of you guys asked a question about submission.
Are you done the video?
No, I'm not done the video. Mommy's talking.
Are you done the video?
You're gonna let
Are you
Mom.
able to be quiet?
You can do this, Mom. You can do it.
So anyways, one of you guys asked about how can a wife submit to her husband. Like, what does submission look like for a wife to submit to her husband, and how has that happened for us over the years? We've been married now for almost 8 years, and so I feel like definitely been starting to learn a few things about that.
Yeah. A few things.
But like, I feel like it's kind of a hard question for me to answer because I don't know how to explain it. All I know is that I just feel that it's biblical. Like it says in the Bible, wives to submit to your husbands.
Yeah.
And I think there's a reason for that, because God said he made Adam first and then Eve. And there's a reason that it was in that order. Now, it doesn't mean that Eve is any less or is valued less than Adam, but there is order. God is a God of order, just like we submit to Christ, right? And so I feel like it's for our protection. Like the reason why a woman submits to a man, a wife submits to her husband, is for protection and honor, because he is the head. Like Mandela is the head of our household. So if I were not to submit, I feel like that would be dishonoring you, and it would create we wouldn't have unity. Like it would create tension in the household. We wouldn't have a lot of peace. Now, it doesn't mean I don't have a voice and that I don't say anything. I don't speak my mind, because I have a lot to say.
Yes, she does.
And
yes,
so it doesn't, submitting doesn't mean you not being yourself. But at the end of the day, we do need to respect our husbands, and that is biblical. And that will bless your marriage. And husbands can learn from their wives. It's not like they know everything and we're just supposed to do everything that they say. Like, no, communication is good. Like, have conversations, talk about things if you disagree. But ultimately, trust your husband, especially like if he's a man of God, if he's a Christian. Like, that's the key piece, I think, right?
Yeah.
Is a marriage is supposed to be based and founded like on God, on the Word of God.
That's
so
good.
if that is the foundation, then when you submit to your husband, like, you will be blessed, because that's how God created marriage to be.
That's good. No,
Do you have any thoughts?
well, I think you hit it right on. You mentioned biblical, and so you know, I know for your viewers and those who are watching this right now, you know, we don't shy away from the fact that we talk a lot about our faith and our relationship with God. You know, we're Christians, and what that means as Christians, Christ followers, everything we do, we want it to be centered on God's word, on what God has to say. Do we get it right all the time? No, we're far from perfect, but hence why we love and have Jesus, is because he takes us imperfect beings. We're still a work in progress, but we're always pursuing what God has for us, which is better. And so when you said, babe, about submission, that word is hard for people to hear, because it's been so broken, it's been so tainted. We've all seen it in our world where people misuse that term, right?
Yeah.
We use that term for our own personal advantage, our greed, and that's because human beings are broken.
I feel like it's been used to manipulate a lot of people.
For sure.
And that's not the purpose of submission.
No, it's not. And let's just be honest here. The reason why we see those broken pieces in marriages where husbands who abuse their position, or wives, the same vice versa, who are harsh to each other, it's because we live in a broken world with broken people, right? And that's why we need God. And so what I've seen from the Bible, like Alex is saying, when God says to wives, submit to your husbands, it's not saying, hey, just do whatever he says, even though he's a jerk, even though he's doing some cruel things. No, because in the same context in the Bible, it also says, husbands, love your wives like Christ loves the church. So a wife is to submit to her husband as the husband is also loving his wife like Christ loves the church. That means he is protector. He is lifting her up. He's not putting her down. So she does not need to submit to a husband who's harsh, who's cruel, who's evil, who's abusive. That's not what it's saying. No. It's submitting to a husband who's submitted to God. Yeah. And so if a husband, a man is submitted to God, he won't treat his wife harsh. He might make mistakes from time to time, like every marriage, but he will always challenge himself to go to God and say, wait a minute, is this honoring my wife? Is how I'm treating my wife right now with love and kindness? Is this being fair? Is this considerate of her needs? No, he's constantly thinking, what would God do in this situation? How would I love my wife like Christ loves the church? So then a wife would gladly want to submit. And that word, I think submit is trust. I don't think it's just like submit like, oh, cower and whatever you want me to do. Trust. No, it's I trust my husband that he has the best interest in mind for our family and where he's leading our family, because the man does function in a leadership role in his home. Does not mean they don't have equal say in talking about important things, but there is a position a husband has over a home. That's an honorable thing, but he has to do it under the submission of God. That's the way I see it too.
That's so good. That's so good. And that's why, like I said before, the foundation has to be God. The foundation has to be Jesus.
Absolutely.
And from there, everything will flow how it should. So I hope that answers that question. I hope you guys like this video. We're gonna go eat some yummy turkey now.
Come on.
But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Happy Thanksgiving. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
Bye-bye.